Have you ever sat down to begin research for an assignment only to be overwhelmed by the vast amount of information on your topic? You're not alone. When your topic is too broad, research can feel overwhelming, but there are easy ways to narrow down your topic, ensuring that it's specific enough to explore in depth. When narrowing your topic, you'll want to think about different aspects surrounding it. Let's take a look at what we'll call the 5 W's and H. These stand for who, what, when, where, why, and how. Let's take a look at each of these in more detail. Who might be important people or a specific population related to your topic. What could be specific examples of your topic in action. When might be a specific time frame or even age range related to your topic. Where is a location tied to your topic. Why is the reason your topic is important to you and to others, and how looks at the ways your topic has influenced things or people. Now, let's look at an example. While brainstorming, we came up with the topic of Alzheimer's disease. That's a very broad topic. To narrow it down, we can go through the 5 W's and H to come up with something more specific. Who is affected by Alzheimer's disease? We know that adults and the elderly can develop Alzheimer's. We might also want to explore how the disease manifests in a specific gender. What are some of the specific examples of this topic? Maybe we're interested in treatments for Alzheimer's or in its symptoms. When does the disease occur? We've already established that elderly populations are usually the ones affected, but perhaps we want to look at an age range for early onset. Where does Alzheimer's affect those with the disease? Usually in daily life settings. Why is this an important topic? We might find it important because we are looking for causes of Alzheimer's disease in order to prevent it, or we want to know how quality of life might be improved for those who have it. Finally, how has Alzheimer's affected people? Here we might look at symptoms of the disease like its effect on cognitive function, mood, or memory loss. Now we're getting closer to a more refined topic. Let's look over what we have and combine some related ideas. Looking at what we've generated, I think I'm interested in mood-related symptoms of early onset Alzheimer's disease in women. And look at that! Now we have a much narrower topic than we started with. You might not be able to come up with something for all 5 W's and H, and that's fine. As you saw in the example, you also don't have to choose something from each category. This exercise simply helps you focus in on the specifics of your topic and generate logical combinations. This might seem like an easy stopping point, but believe it or not, we can get even more focused with our research topic by turning it into a question. A research question is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's the question you are trying to answer with your research. Narrowing your topic makes it possible to explore in depth, but a question gives your research direction. So, what can we do to convert our topic into a question? First, we can reflect. Are there questions that came up for you as you identified your topic? Next, refine. Dive deeper into the how and why elements of your topic. Finally, ask yourself, so what? Why should people care about your topic? Why do you care about it? Your research question should be clear, focused, and complex. Let's look at an example that shows the difference between a weaker research question versus a stronger one. As a reminder, our topic is mood-related symptoms of early onset Alzheimer's disease in women. A weaker question might be something like, what mood-related symptoms do women with early onset Alzheimer's disease experience? Now let's assess. Is this question clear, focused, and complex? It is easy to understand, and it is about something specific, but it's not really complex. This question can be answered pretty simply by listing symptoms. That's not enough to write an entire paper about. Let's compare to a stronger question. How does the presentation of mood-related symptoms affect the diagnosis of early onset Alzheimer's disease in women? This question is still clear and focused, but now we've added some complexity as well. Instead of simply searching for symptoms, this question asks us to explain some more complicated and interrelated concepts. Now let's review. In this video, we learned how to narrow down a research topic using the 5 W's and H. We also discussed how to turn a research topic into a question in order to give both focus and direction to our research. In the next video, we'll talk about thesis statements and how our research fits into the conversation of scholarship. Want some help? Schedule a research appointment with one of our librarians today.